You ever wish you just had, like, the inside track for today's sports betting without digging through tons of stats yourself?
Yeah, skip the homework.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So that's what we're doing here. We're diving into the daily picks for today, May 5th, 2025, from putinspot.com.
Right. And this site, they aim to give you curated bets. It's backed by their expert analysis, stats, all that good stuff.
And they track their performance, which is key. How have they been doing lately?
Pretty well, actually. Their strong plays are sitting at 6 wins, 2 losses. Good plays are 5-2.
Okay, solid numbers.
Yeah, overall they're 11-4, and their bankroll is up about 4.2%. So, decent recent success.
Good context. So our mission today is basically to understand why they picked 2 specific games for today.
Let's get into it.
All right, first up, the strong play. They've got the Royals money line against the White Sox. Odds are negative 240, which is kind of steep.
It is, yeah. But they're giving it a 75% probability. High confidence there.
So what's driving that confidence? 75% is significant.
Well, a big piece is the pitching matchup. It seems pretty lopsided. The Royals have Cole Ragans starting.
Ragans, he's been good.
Yeah, good might be an understatement. His ERA is down at 1.4, which is elite. And his strikeout rate, almost 36%. He's mowing guys down.
Wow, okay. 36%. And how do the White Sox hitters fare against that kind of pitching, specifically lefties like Ragans?
That's the other side of it. They really, really struggle against left-handers. Their team strikeout rate jumps to nearly 26%.
Okay, so Ragans' strength plays right into their weakness.
Exactly. And their power potential, if you look at expected slugging percentage or XSLG, it drops way down to just .426 against lefties. Not much pop.
Got it. So pitching, big check mark for the Royals. What about their offense? Are they expected to score?
Yeah, they've got firepower, too. You look at guys like Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez. They're stars. Against right-handed pitching, which they'll likely face from Shane Smith for the White Sox, their combined expected slugging is a healthy .461.
Better than the White Sox against lefties, for sure.
Oh, yeah. And their hard hit rate is up near 25%, too. So they're making solid contact.
So even with those negative 240 odds, the thinking is the combination of Ragans' dominance and the Royals' hitting edge over the Sox pitching. It justifies the price.
That seems to be the rationale, yeah. Superior pitching, stronger offense against the likely matchup. It looks like a clear advantage on paper.
Okay, makes sense why it's a strong play then. Let's switch gears to the NBA. Their good play is Celtics negative 6.5 against the Knicks.
Right. Celtics giving 6.5 points. Odds are negative 155, and they put a 65% probability on this one.
Celtics needing to win by 7 or more. Why are they confident Boston covers that spread?
It really hinges on the Celtics offense. They are just incredibly efficient. Ranked second in the whole league in offensive efficiency.
Meaning they score a lot per possession.
Exactly. And number 1 in true shooting percentage at 59.1%. They just don't waste opportunities to score. The analysis suggests this is going to really exploit the Knicks defense.
Okay, so what's the issue with the Knicks defense then? Where are they vulnerable?
Well, the source highlights a couple of key areas. Rebounding, for one, they're only ranked 12th, kind of middle of the pack.
Yeah.
And maybe more importantly, protecting the paint. They're down at 20th in the league there. Teams can get inside on them.
Right, and an efficient offense like Boston's, you'd expect them to attack those weaknesses.
Precisely. They can likely score inside and maybe get some second chance points if the Knicks struggle on the boards.
Makes sense. Is there anything else favoring the Celtics here?
Yeah, a few things. They've got that balanced lineup, Tatum, Porzingis leading the way. They also play at the league's fastest pace, 95.7 possessions per game, which can wear teams down.
And defense.
Top notch there, too. They actually lead the league in blocks per game, almost 7. That's especially tough for opponents when the Celtics are playing at home like they are in this game.
Okay, so offense, pace, defense, a lot going for Boston. The analysis does note the Knicks can be tough underdogs, though.
That's true. You can't completely discount that. But the core argument from PudSpot seems to be that the defensive mismatch is just too significant.
Especially with rebounding and inside scoring.
Right. The expectation is that Boston's offensive machine just has too much for the Knicks' specific defensive weaknesses, allowing them to pull away and cover that 6.5 point spread.
All right, so let's recap the thinking from this source, putinspop.com. For the Royals, it's really about that strong pitching edge with Ragans against a weak-hitting White Sox lineup, plus their own offensive advantage.
Yep, pretty clear statistical lean there.
And for the Celtics, it's their super efficient offense expected to exploit specific defensive holes in the Knicks game, particularly rebounding and paint defense, enough to cover the spread.
Exactly. high-powered offense versus explodable defense.
So, thinking about this, it really brings up a point for you listening. How much weight do you put on these kinds of deep statistical dives? You know, the matchup analysis, the efficiency ratings.
Yeah, I mean, seeing how things like expected slugging or defensive rankings in the paint can build a case for a bet. It's interesting stuff. If that breakdown sparks something for you, maybe diving deeper into those specific metrics is your next step.